My terrible internet has prevented me from uploading new videos, but we're going to take a look at the Stormgate pre-alpha trailer. This is a game between Dario TLO Wunsch and a developer named Monk on the Stormgate team, who was Grandmaster of North America server. And I haven't seen this, I haven't watched anyone else's trailer reveal. My internet is actually good enough to watch this video today, so I'm gonna sort of give my thoughts at the end. Never seen the gameplay before, so I can't commentate what's going on, and I think this is going to be a mirror matchup. I think it's TVT from what I heard, or whatever the hell the equivalent is. Like I said, I haven't seen anyone else's trailer reveal.
Hi guys, this is TLO.
There he is, Dario,
Obviously
everyone loves him.
RTS my entire life, so it's been a real privilege for me to be one of the first people to try out Stormgate. Really stoked about this match against Kevin. Think I'm gonna do some light harass in the early game and then just try to overwhelm him with a massive amount of macro.
I remember when TLO played Terran at the beginning of Wings of Liberty beta, he would go no reactored Hellion, single factory, Hellion Marine pressure rush. But it's interesting to see, like in the beta of Wings of Liberty, Dario go for like a very aggressive early game build, and then in here he's going to put the pressure on too. So we see the, I remember, I don't really know what these buildings are called, the main building right there in the middle, which the workers are mining from.
My name is Kevin Monkdong, and I work on gameplay and balance on Stormgate. Today I'll be trying a fast expansion build, and then I'll try to tech to higher tier units to defend whatever TLO throws at me.
Okay. Alright, so I really don't have any idea what's going on. It looks like guys with swords are fighting other guys with swords and guns, and maybe Monk is trying to make like a bunker here or something. He's defending some sort of turret fortress. Dario's putting the pressure on. They ain't Hellions, it's like Marines and Swordsmen, I don't know the proper names. And here we see some sort of mecha warriors with the Tychus Finley guns come out. I can't wait till this game
he did
comes
a lot
out,
of worker
dude.
damage there, so I'm at a pretty bad economic disadvantage. I'm going to have to try some really sneaky tactics, maybe getting an upgrade TLO isn't familiar with, perhaps maybe even luckily creepjacking him.
Okay, so it's worth noting that in Stormgate, there are no like engineering bay upgrades. Look at this dropship harass. This like double mecha unit harass. So that little circle symbol above the marine heads is a stun. So I guess these like mech warrior Tychus Finley guys have like a stun effect. And okay, so it's a dash that stuns. Okay, hot pickup micro there. And he uses the little turret rocket launcher from the back to take a shot, but Dario hot pickups his marines. Look at that! That's really cool!
Attack again from the right side through the light trees, but this time we'll bring in a larger force from the left side as well. And I think I'll be able to out-micro him here. He has a more static mech army, I believe, and my bio unit should be able to touch all the tech shots, get in there, and have a pretty smooth path of attack here.
We see hot pickup micro coming on the mecha units, and then the turrets, which are sort of like catapults that have the little red circle. I think you have to cast that from how it looks. Oh, and Monk GG's, wow. And that's it. Okay, so let's just talk. Let me just give a couple extra thoughts here at the end. So I read this big long-winded post that the Stormgate devs did where they answered a bunch of questions. And honestly, like they're still sort of getting things figured out in terms of the stuff you really want to know. Like, is there going to be resume from replay and LAN? But one of the most interesting things that I saw one of the guys say, I think it was Monk himself who we see here on the screen, is that there aren't going to be like engineering bay or armory upgrades like units. You're not going to be able to get like 1-1 or 2-1 on your units, but there are obviously going to be upgrades like observer speed or shuttle speed, and stuff like that that makes their stim, that makes the units way better. So that was an interesting little Terran versus Terran, or I think it's called like human resistance or something. But this is the coolest part of the whole trailer, where Monk is doing hot pickup micro on his little mech warriors, and then TLO picks up his marines in his dropship and then flies over and does sort of like a bulldog style drop to avoid the catapult. So presumably the next gameplay reveal they're going to do is going to not be a mirror matchup. And Monk also posted on this forum post, he said that someone asked about his win rate versus TLO, and he said whenever they first were playing, TLO would win like 1 or 2 out of every 10 games. But after a couple of weeks of TLO being able to practice, it was like TLO would win like 6 out of 10 games, 7 out of 10 games. So it just goes to show like how the great RTS minds sort of are able to adapt to stuff. And like I said, Monk was a GM level player. So make sure to like wish list this on Steam. And this is the pre-alpha, a pre-alpha playtest. So we're not even to the like people think like, oh, when's the beta? That's like the $1 million question. When's the beta? Well, we're in pre-alpha now. So I mean, there's going to be an alpha, probably a super closed private alpha, and then a few months pass, and there's probably going to be like a closed beta, and then they're going to probably like dole out more beta keys. Stormgate Devs. I love what I've seen so far. Everything I've heard proves to me that their head is in the right place and they understand what they're doing in terms of balance and objective, but also trying to incorporate these team game modes like 3v3 is going to be a big deal in Stormgate. I just absolutely love to hear that. And this was a really exciting gameplay trailer. I'm glad that the match was between a former Grandmaster player, a dev of the game, and like one of the most well-known, well-liked pro gamers of all time, a guy who was just like, of course, like GM on Europe his entire career, and even like went over and played in the GSL. So more Stormgate videos coming. I love you guys. Sub for more.